Timeless cabinets, closets, and cabinetry. Wendy Scott joining us here. Excited to have her back for her amazing series where we've been meeting a lot of her friends in the business, and I think we're going to do the same today. First and foremost, Timeless Closets and Cabinetry, based out of New Jersey, helping those mostly in the tri-state, but really all over. So let me have Wendy Scott introduce herself to start. Hello.
Hello, Jill. I am Wendy Scott from Timeless Closets and Cabinetry, and you can find me at Timeless Closets and Cabinetry for all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, website.
Perfect.
And I have an amazing guest today. It is actually Christian, the owner of EcoDomo. And Jill, we've been practicing this. EcoDomo is the leather that I use in all my designs. Where does the
Oh.
leather come from?
Christian?
No, Jill, you've been practicing. I've been making you practice. Can you remember where the leather comes from? Recycled
Oh,
leather.
oh, oh, the recycled car seats. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I
Good
remember
job.
that. The extra fabric that after like a car dealership cuts off the factory, absolutely, I know that.
Okay, now we get to meet Christian. So, Christian, go ahead and tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm the founder of EcoDomo. I'm the owner with my wife, Bernice. She's my boss both at home and at work. And I'm delighted to be here with you, Jill, and Wendy. I work and founded EcoDomo, which essentially recuperates remnants of leather and puts them back into leather sheets to create beautiful interiors.
And how do we find you? What is your website?
The website is www.ecodomo.com, and that's spelled out ECODOMO.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you for being here. Now, how did the two of you connect and meet originally? I want to hear that story, and then let's get into the amazing work that you do.
Actually, I think one of my former business partner, Patty, used to use a lot of leather, and that's how I started using leather. And then from the amount that we've been using, we just got to meet the wonderful Christian and have been best buds ever since.
Oh, I love hearing that. Now, where are you based out of, Christian?
Based out of Gaithersburg, Maryland, which is in between DC and Baltimore. But I thought about this, Wendy, and I remember the conversation because initially you saw something that looked like this in the showroom.
Yes.
Yes, you remember this? And then
Yes.
Wow.
back down where this was a back panel. It's a used belt on a panel. And you said you called up, you found out who was doing this, and you called us up. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't sell this to you because it's a program we just started with another client, but we can do other things for you. And that's how we started to come.
Oh, I gave Patty credit. I'm taking it all back. So
Well,
yeah, those are really cool. If you see those in person, Christian has done a lot of leather work using recycled leather belts. And so
Ooh.
that is what you saw was like almost like a patchwork of leather belts made into a back panel to use as a decorative element in a closet.
Wow.
Christian, say something so we could see your screen up close.
okay. So this is
There you go.
a product we do, which is we call it the Phoenix Collection, which are essentially used belts that go on panels that's used in a lot of commercial interiors for casinos, for reception desks, and in closets in the back as a back panel, mostly for men's closets with leather belts. But that's just a side note
Wow.
to show how Wendy and I met originally was because of a belt panel.
The belt panel. I completely forgot about that. You are correct.
Tell me about the boat panel.
You are correct. So now with Christian, I mainly use I use his leather, and you can see it behind me in my backdrop, and we've seen this closet before.
Yeah.
Those are drawer fronts as well as a countertop. And so I use him for countertops and those drawer faces, but also for doors as well. And then Christian actually got started with flooring, right, Christian?
That is correct. The idea, I'm a recovering attorney, Jill, and
Oh,
I got tired of law practice for all the right reasons.
oh my goodness.
And I was looking to start a business that would be both sustainable and original. And through different processing of ideas, came and out of basically a beer and a placemat came the I was like, oh, this placemat would be good as a wall tile or as a floor tile. And out of this came out the idea of doing leather floors. And I went home, that was well over 20 years ago,
Wow.
Googled leather floors, and I realized there's a whole world of leather floors out there that really has been around for centuries that we just don't know about. So the business plan in a napkin was to say, if we can make a leather in a recycled format using waste that performs on flooring, then we can do surfacing just about anywhere, which is really what happened, where we created a product that's leather, that's finished like leather, it's made in America, but that performs like a laminate. And so you can do doors, drawers, cabinets, countertops, and floors and staircases.
But I've never walked on a leather floor. I could imagine how beautiful and amazing that must feel. Wow. Let me ask, what is the durability of a leather floor? Is it really good? I mean, right? If you spill something, does it affect it? And what about walking with shoes, or do we keep our shoes off on leather floors?
Oh, no, 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 no. You're welcome to keep your floors, your shoes on, and including your dancing shoes. I know it's surprising, but most people forget that when you walk on a laminate floor, you're actually walking on paper.
Oh, wow.
Laminate is 6 layers of craft paper that are fused together with a resin and an image on top that gives it a performance. And our product is made of a recycled leather that looks like we take scraps that look like this. If you want,
Okay.
you can see on camera, but this is a scrap. You put it in a powder, and this powder gets mixed together with a bit of latex and a lot of water. And the process is not that different from paper or MDF, but
Oh,
that gives you a paste, and you need about 30 times the paste to get to one unit of a leather finish. So it's extremely dense. So you can walk on it, dance on it. We have leather at home. We have clients now that have 18 years record with the leather. We have leather on staircase. We have leather in hotel floor lobbies.
yeah.
We've done law firms with 35,000 square feet of leather floors. We would be out of business if that law firm were to sue us.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea how much leather is used or can be used in other products. That's awesome.
Christian's been doing an experiment with a mailbox.
Yes,
So
yes.
you want to tell
Tell
us about the
me.
tell her about the mailbox.
You're telling us about all my tricks. We several clients have asked us, what about the outdoors? And we're like, I don't know, let's try it out. It's exactly the same way if Wendy calls us and says, I have this idea of doing a wrapped aluminum something on the door, we're like, Wendy, I don't know, but we'll try it out. So the same way, we put leather on our mailbox at home, and it's been about 4 or 5 years now, and it's still performing just very well. We've done leather in outside on cladding doors, entryway doors in leather, and it performs better. If you think of it, Jill, cows live outside
Yeah.
and they're doing just fine. And so if you
Oh, Christian?
Christian.
I think he was saying, oh,
Oh,
it's true, right? Animals live outside. Leather, obviously,
yeah.
is okay outside. I never heard about putting it on mailboxes, though. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
he's been doing it as a little bit of a trial. So hopefully he unfreezes soon. But in the meantime, I'll tell you more.
Sure.
Um, he's I don't know. No one's supposed to have seen this, but I've seen it. Someone did it a leather ladder. for well, I mean, take your ladder and you wrap it up. And
Yeah.
but it was a leather wrapped ladder
Okay.
for a design show house. And then another, so he must log out. He'll probably log back in. So
Yep.
just watch for him. Another really cool thing that he's done custom colors. Like he was doing it was almost
Here it comes.
like an alligator print or something crazy like that he did for a custom gym out in California. And then recently,
Yes, Christian, we're talking about
did,
you.
yeah, you got to get your you're
Audio
muted
on, but
still.
yes.
Turn audio on. And
Yep.
they
Okay.
did
We see you. Just turn the audio on. Yep. There you go.
Only had 3 years of COVID practice. I should know how to do.
we just kept rolling with you, Eric, Christian. I kept telling him more secrets of yours.
Well, I'm thank you, Wendy, for filling in.
No problem. I was just about to tell about the custom leather store that you did that mimicked the cowboy boots.
Mm-hmm.
We had our clients do all sorts of things, and the Ariat is ARIAT. It's a great company. They do very nice boots, cowboy boots, and more Southwest style apparel. And they opened a flagship store on the Las Vegas Strip next to Louis Vuitton and wanted something exceptional. And so they had us match the same leather they have on their boots to put
Mm-hmm.
for their wall panels. And so we created the distressed leather look and made about 1,000 square feet of wall panels that match the same leather you have on their boots. So it's the kind of thing we do. You can use leather in a lot of ways.
Wow, I had no idea. And what else were you just saying before he chimed back in? You were talking about did you say alligator or what were you saying,
So
Wendy?
yeah, he's done like the custom, I was trying to tell her about the custom lockers that you did out in California, mainly because it was a custom color. And I think you just did a Tiffany color too, didn't you?
Yes, we did a Tiffany color that looks like this. There you go. So we can match colors very well. And this is what you get, for example, in the crocodile. And so you can get your Tiffany closet. The
I'm
job
drooling.
Wow.
was a lockers in Beverly Hills where all the lockers have a lizard print like this on all the doors. And that was a job we did in with a company called Holman Lockers in Beverly Hills. And the entire gym has something like 300 doors or so made of this finish. So we can get pretty wild. We'll yeah.
Christian, what's the most common requested pattern? Like I know that I love the crocodile, and right now I'm doing a couple projects with buffalo, but
Ooh.
it seems like whenever I work with an interior designer, all they want is the shagreen.
Yes, shagreen is very popular as a texture. Shagreen is actually a fish, a small stingray, essentially. And so the shagreen texture replicates, this is an example of a shagreen. It replicates the fish size, which is roughly 4 inches by 8 inches that you have here. I don't know what you, and it's hard to see the camera, but you
Oh, we
have,
can see it pretty well.
Yeah.
okay, good. So you have essentially one fish, two fish, three fish, four fish, and each of them is replicated like this. And on a stingray, you have a dot in the back of the animal, which looks like what you have here. So that's the dot that you have on every piece. And stingray is a very luxurious finish that we do a lot of.
It's a very like restoration hardware
Yes.
texture that they use a lot of.
If they use a restoration hardware, our house, Crate and Barrel, also uses shagreen. And it's sort of a very classic, timeless finish. To give you an idea, if you do a shagreen fish, is only in a very small size, roughly 4 by 8, as a skin that's usable.
Okay.
So we once quoted a bedroom wall, and we gave the client 3 options for their wall. It was roughly 10 or 12 by 20 in size. And if we were doing real shagreen fish, the wall would be around $450,000. And if you did it in leather, it was roughly $120,000. And if you did the wall in recycled leather, it came out to about $60,000. So a shagreen is actually a very, very inexpensive leather.
You also have vinyl, right?
We also work with vinyl on, and we're able to do with vinyl similar applications, but not everything we do with leather. And people are confused between vinyl, leather, recycled leather, but those are very different materials. And we do also work, sometimes we also work with fabric. It depends on what the client wants to do.
Where does the hide come in?
Oh, yeah.
The hide, for leather hides?
Yes, because I know I have a sample deck of hide.
Yes.
And that's the one I try not to show because I know it's more expensive.
It is more expensive. It's just softer to the touch. And in hide, we do essentially, we offer the same thing we do with leather or with vinyl or recycled leather, but it's the issue with the cows is that they're not square. So you're taking no matter how hard we look, they're never square. So you're taking a egg-shaped material that in itself is very expensive because leather, a quality leather with no holes will be very much more expensive than recycled leather. And then you're cutting out of it rectangles and squares to do countertops or doors. So you have to throw away a lot of the leather hide. You end up throwing away 60 to 70% of the animal hide on most jobs. So your cost of material is very high. Your cost of labor is very high as well. And that's why your cost of leather goods that are finished in actual hides are much more expensive.
Can you show us the Slim Shaker blue door behind your right shoulder?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I saw this at the show and was drooling.
Yeah, this shows you a Slim Shaker in Newburyport blue shagreen. And you can see when we finish our doors, they're completely seamless. We have a technique that we engineered over the years with skilled craftsmen to give you absolutely seamless doors. And whether it's a Slim Shaker, whether it's a shaker door, you have a very, very exquisite finish. And then if you want to jazz it up, let me show you something that I don't think, Wendy, you've seen before.
Ooh, present time.
Wow.
Yeah. You can mix the Slim Shaker with aluminum.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This is our Black Knight shagreen, which has speckles of gold in it. And then you have the gold brass you have here capture some of that and makes it a defining element.
Wow. So I've seen the trim on regular doors,
Yeah.
but I had not seen it on the inside of a leather door. So that's really cool.
Yes, it completely it's just gorgeous.
And then the thing I see on the left, those are the different colors, the swatches on the left. Well,
Yeah,
not our left. Can I
different
see some of the other colors?
Yes.
What's your most popular color right now, Christian?
The most popular by far is the shagreen color.
Yeah, green, you
Cocoa?
got it.
This is the shagreen texture, the pebble shagreen.
Mm-hmm.
This actually shows you the beauty of EcoDomo, where you can take this is actual leather hide. So this is what you have on handbags, on shoes, or upholstery. And you can see it's very flexible.
Wow.
But we can do the same finish on a recycled leather, which is much thinner. And that's going to be absolutely very, very durable. And this is the same finish on a floor, which gives you basically a thicker material, softer underfoot, and that we do actually in engineered floors, so that it gives you the product, and you can do engineered floors in leather.
Oh my, how does someone choose? I mean, I'm sure cost is a factor. Which one and what's the best durability? Is it the pure hide or is it
The pure hide actually will wear
wear
over
more?
time
Okay.
more. And some clients actually prefer to have more patina over time. For example, we work with, if you go in David Yurman stores across North America, many of them have ore leathers installed on the floor. And they want the leather to be worn out and have a distressed look over time. They like the character of it. So for them, we actually provide them with leather that's a traditional leather floor. And with others, we supply them with a recycled leather that will wear and look the same for years and years after.
I interrupted her. Were you able to show her the sample colors? You have the color deck that's standing beside the doors.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here's the color deck.
Okay.
And these are the standard colors that come. You have 22 colors that come in the collection, and those are all in stock. And that's what we offer for the closet industry. And all of these can be made into doors, drawers, countertops, or back panels.
Oh my
And then you do custom
goodness.
dyeing.
And then we do custom, yes.
He's also
So
done like handles where you wrap the handle with the leather so it matches. I was looking at feet, like furniture feet to have those
oh yeah,
wrapped
my
as
what mean
well.
feet. I gotcha.
Feet. Furniture feet. I corrected it quick. So wow. Anything else really cool going on over there, Christian?
Yes, we have a new option coming out where we offer now the leather to do drawer bottoms or do with it whatever you like, really, where it's you can peel the back and just apply it on your own substrate. So if you want to upgrade your standard white shaker doors, you can, and this is a product which is by design is going to not stick very well, so you can replace it. I don't know if you can, let me show you.
Oh, so you can if you put it on and you get it crooked, you can pull it off quick.
Conditionable, okay, until you put pressure. But once you put pressure on it, then it doesn't go off.
So we could glue these, or we could peel and stick these to the inside of the doors, or we could put them on at the bottoms of the drawers.
Or bottoms or things like this, and we call this easy contact leather. And it's coming.
Mine's racing, Christian.
Yeah.
Is it in sheets or rolls?
It's in sheets,
Okay.
4x8 or 4x4.
Any of the colors?
Any of the colors, correct.
Wow.
Yes.
Wendy's gonna get into trouble. I got a show house coming.
Yes, it makes it a lot easier in many ways. But I'm always glad to be in trouble with Wendy because it's just a pleasure to Wendy, I just want to say how grateful we are to have worked with you. You're always pushing the envelope. You recognize in industry, and and you do it with grace and a lot of gusto. So thank you for all the work you do, and it's a pleasure to collaborate. And I can't see what else you come up with in the future.
Oh, well, thank you, Christian. You're so sweet. I know we all have a hard stop at 10:30 today, so we have 2 more minutes. Christian, you want to tell us how to, I'm sorry, Jill, I'm like taking your words.
No,
tell us how to, tell us, we're a partner. Tell us how to reach you, Christian, all the best ways to get a hold of you.
The best way is to write to info@ecodomo.com, info at ecodomo.com, or to call us at 301-424-7717. I promise you, we are boring business partners. We keep things simple. If we can't explain what we're doing to our kids, we shouldn't be doing it. That's how we do business.
Got it.
Perfect. And I'm Wendy Scott, Timeless Closets and Cabinetry. Wendy at timelesscc.com, and Timeless Closets and Cabinetry is for Instagram, Facebook, and website.
Always a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for being here. Pleasure getting to meet you, Christian. Great to see you as always, Wendy. And hopefully, I guess next week we're back again, right?
Well, back, but I
Wait,
won't be on vacation, so we'll be back
Wait,
in my
I didn't get
closet.
to ask. I know because where's the vacation again? Can you remind me?
We're in the Outer Banks where we just had 22 inches of rain.
No, that's right. My niece's school got closed because of the house, so it's a good vacation so far.
Yeah. Well, the sun's back. Well, sun was out yesterday, so we'll be good.
All right, good. Well, enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you both again. Have a great day and enjoy the sunshine.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.